फिल्म तो बहुत रिलेटेबल है, बहुत रियल है, बहुत ऑथेंटिक है।
कुछ फिल्में ऐसी होती हैं जो बहुत ही स्पेशल होती हैं। ऐसी एक स्पेशल फिल्म थी खोसला का घोसला। आई थिंक ऑलमोस्ट 17 ईयर्स हो चुके हैं ये फिल्म जो रिलीज़ हुई थी। इसके अलावा बहुत सारी ऐसी फिल्में जिसमें एक एक्ट्रेस थी जो तारे की तरह टिमटिमाई थी। तो आज मेरे साथ है तारा शर्मा, और मज़े की बात यह है कि जब ये इनकी फिल्में रिलीज़ हुई थी, इट्स ऑलमोस्ट 17 ईयर्स तारा, आई इंटरव्यूड हर फॉर पेज 3 for Saya, and of course Khosla ka Ghosla. And it's a deja vu thing. 17 years back, I'm meeting you again. How have you been?
Good, very good. You look exactly the same. Now you're supposed to say the same back.
Of course, you are just the same. The same. I was telling her because she's half British, half Punjabi, so that glow is always there. But Tara, really, I mean, your films. I mean, तीनों ही जो मैंने फिल्मों की बात की, आज भी क्लासिक है। खोसला का घोसला तो वापस रिलीज होने जा रही है, तो it's making waves again. How's the excitement?
It's very exciting. I think actually Khosla Ka Ghosla has turned 18 and it's releasing on the 18th of October. Yeah, 18th of October. So everyone must go. It's super exciting because, like you said, it's a cult film. And I think for all of us, it's really got a special place in our hearts. You know, I do my lots of lives and chats on social media, and I find every day people ask about Khosla Ka Ghosla. Oh, we loved it. We've watched it 100 times. Our family loves it. And it's amazing now to also introduce it to our kids. Our kids and my kids are now big. One is 15, one is 13, but they also have enjoyed it. Their friends will enjoy it. So it's amazing that it's coming back. And I think Savita ji will tell you another secret when you talk to them. I won't reveal it yet, but there's more exciting stuff waiting as well.
तो आपने एक चीज़ बोली, सोशल मीडिया का अब ज़माना है। तो उस वक्त खोसला घोसला के वक्त सोशल मीडिया नहीं था, लेकिन अब जब आ गया है तो सोशल मीडिया का एक तड़का लग गया है। तो आई एम श्योर बिकॉज फिल्म कहीं ना कहीं एक सटायर थी, मतलब पंजाबी दिल्ली को एक अलग एंगल से दिखाया गया था, वो भी इंटरेस्टिंग वे में। सो what was that novelty in that film that people still, you say कि people social media पे people ask you about that film, तो क्या थी उसमें अलग बात?
फिल्म तो बहुत रिलेटेबल है, बहुत रियल है, बहुत ऑथेंटिक है, और लोग वैसे तो हर किस्म के लोग रिलेट करते हैं क्योंकि लैंड ग्रैबिंग जो है एक वेरी रियल टॉपिक है. एक्चुअली मुझे भी हुआ है. एक्चुअली वीव हैड अ लैंड एक्सपीरियंस एंड द फनी थिंग इज आई वाज टेलिंग अनुपम जी एंड ऑल व्हेन वी हैड दैट, इवन द सो कॉल्ड बैडीज, व्हेन आई सेड खोसला का घोसला पार्ट 3, वी वर जस्ट मेकिंग अ जोक. They were all laughing, even the people who were on the other side. We even cracked the joke, आप party ho ya broker, you know. So I think it's something that everyone relates to. Everyone's had some experience like that, whether it's big land, small land, whatever. And I think it's also just real people, you know. So yeah, I think it's been an amazing journey, and I'm looking forward to the re-release. And yeah.
कुछ मज़ेदार किस्से। दिल्ली की गर्मी में शूट किया था आपने, तो कितना, मतलब हम तो पर्दे पर देख रहे हैं पूरा जो मस्ती, लेकिन पर्दे के पीछे उस वक्त कैसा था शूटिंग का एक्सपीरियंस? कितने बजे आप जाते थे, कैसा शेड्यूल होता था, कहाँ कहाँ किन जगहों पर दिल्ली में आपने शूट किया?
एक्चुअली घोसला का शूट जो था काफ़ी स्ट्रगल वाली शूट थी क्योंकि दिल्ली की मतलब गर्मी की मौसम में थी, तो बहुत बहुत गर्मी थी, बजट बहुत छोटी थी, और हम लोग अभी मतलब मजाक कर रहे थे कि एक्चुअली सविता जी ने बहुत करके फिल्म को बनाई, बट इट वाज नॉट इजी. वी एक्चुअली ऑनेस्टली शी रिवील्ड इट हरसेल्फ दैट वी हैड टू मूव फ्रॉम होटल्स आल्सो बिकॉज ऑफ difficulties. And so what really kept us going was the feeling of friendship between all of us. We would play games. There was no social media. There were no phones to scroll on. There was nothing like that. So we would play dumb charades. We would play word games. And all that made us really close, you know. And I think the film, even after it was ready, it took 2 years to release. There was a struggle with distribution, with release. So even that, I think, made the success even sweeter.
और आपका कैरेक्टर जो था, पेंगा पंजाबी गर्ल सिंस जो ऑलवेज बीन अ बॉम्बे गर्ल बट हाफ पंजाबी, तो कहीं ना कहीं तो दिल्ली वाली बनना कितना आसान या मुश्किल था तारा के लिए?
एक्चुअली मैं ऑनेस्टली कहूँ कि स्क्रिप्ट, डायरेक्टर, प्रोड्यूसर, राइटर और कास्ट, उनकी वजह से आई नेवर फेल्ट लाइक इट वाज वर्क. आई फेल्ट कम्प्लीटली, यू नो, आई वाज we were just being ourselves. So I think that little bit of Dilli wali, even though I'm from Bombay, I don't know, it was somewhere, it was in me, or it just came out. And Meghna, the character, felt very real. She's a theatre going person. She performs in the theatre. She's very blunt, and she's quite bindas, and she finds it irritating that her so-called boyfriend can't express himself, and it's so real, and I feel, I was saying to Parveen, now that we are parents, I feel in many ways we have more life experience to draw from. You know, I notice my kids who are teenagers, you know, they don't say much now, whatever. You know, so actually it's so real that how characters are. So I think the character was, I really enjoyed playing it. And, you know, they're talking about a sequel. So they'll tell you inside. So yeah, so I think it'll be lovely to revisit these characters and understand what their journeys have been. And so I'm looking forward to that also.
बता रहा इसके अलावा भी जैसे मैंने और 2 फिल्मों में आपको बहुत कवर किया, वो थी एक साया, क्योंकि मैंने उसके बड़े सारे सीन्स अंडर वाटर ऑन लोकेशन सेट्स पर कवर किया था, एंड पेज 3 क्योंकि कहीं ना वो हमारी ज़िंदगी आप लोगों ने पोर्ट्रे की थी इन द फिल्म. हाउ वर दोज 2 फिल्म्स वर इम्पोर्टेंट इन योर करियर?
So very important. If I'm honest, that period of time I did many films, and I was very grateful that they all did quite well. I'm not some big superstar, but whether it's a Saya or a Masti or a Khosla Ka Ghosla or a Page 3 or a Bardasht, I was very grateful to be in really good films with a very good cast, crew and script, because of course the script is most important. And yes, I'll be honest, after I got pregnant and all, I stopped getting much offers. But my dad used to say, you know, don't sit and wait for the phone to ring with an offer. If you want to do something, create it. So I thought, what am I most passionate about? I want to be with my kids. I want to be on screen, and I enjoy business. So I started creating and producing my own show, which started as my diary as a new mom. We finished 5 seasons of the Tara Sharma show. We're now starting season 6. The reason I'm saying this is because I'm always on screen. It's not that I've disappeared from performing and being on screen. It's just it's been a different screen. So when a good offer comes, I'm always happy to do it. I love acting. But I also don't want to just sit and wait, because then people can get depressed and you're just like waiting to get something. So when something like this happens, it's so exciting because it's come, you know. But one's constantly also been working. And like I did a small role in Zoya's Archies, which was also great fun and on Netflix, and lovely to interact with the new generation of actors. And so I think there's always been stuff happening. I'm kind of mad. So even like in lockdown, I started doing yoga with Tara, Saturday noon live with Tara. Now that there's so many platforms, one can do a lot more with content. But I will say the lure of the cinema and big screen is still amazing. So the fact that Khosla Ka Ghosla is coming back on the big screen, or that these films that we've talked about, they're timeless, right? Yes, because they were big films, big screen films. Yes. So I feel very grateful for those. And hopefully lots more. Touch wood.
So the cinema lovers, we want this cinema should always go on. And Tara, you have so quite inspirational, I think.
Thank you.
And the way you have modeled your career, it's really inspiring. So all I can say is that twinkle twinkle Tara, हमेशा चमकती रहो. Twinkle twinkle little star नहीं, big star बनो. Thank you so much, and such a pleasure to always talk to you.
Same to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And you look the same. I told you that from the start, but it's so nice. You know, this industry, I feel, you know, when you have a warm feeling with people, it's forever. And I really do feel like even when we walked in and met each other, we haven't met for a long time, but we just felt we were back on our Khosla set. Thank you. Bye.